amazing thing as we live a life on purpose. Me, myself, once divorced, not knowing the Lord, coming to faith, and my wife and I being remarried, back together in the Lord. Think if I'm living my life today and I'm saying, oh, I follow God, but I'm just living for me. I mean, what am I browsing on the computer? What's going to come to my mind? What am I doing with my money? What am I doing with my time? Is it going to help my marriage? I'm just cruising about, living for myself. What I'm saying is, so many people come to church and want to follow God, but they never live their life on mission or on purpose. So their time on the internet, they get caught up in bad things. Their time going to work gets wasted because they're not even there to be the light. They're not there to be a witness. The time of the things they focus on isn't all put under the covering of the gospel and making disciples and casting the net. So where do people end up? Living a life on purpose of following God, being a fisher of men can transform your marriage, can transform your life. If I'm living on purpose saying, wow, babe, God has called us to follow Him. He's invited us into this blessing of living for Him and sharing the gospel with you and sharing the gospel with whoever. Now, our money looks different because we say, well, we want to use this for the kingdom. See people come to faith. My time on the internet is about spending time seeking out the things of God and enjoying my time as a family and living to be discipled by God and those in the church. If we were to be sitting in a meeting today and I'm, the boss of whatever we're sitting in doing. You're working at maybe Target or Walmart. You're all my employees. I invite you in and say, there's a great retirement. We've got a budget. It's all these things I've called you to do. And you all sit in a room and say, this is a good plan. I want to agree with this. And then I send you out. And as you go out, rather than work the floor, or, stack the clothes, or put away the groceries on the floor of Target or Walmart, instead you just walk out the door. Are you going to have that retirement? Are you going to have that inheritance? Are you going to really get a wage from that? And I'm saying that to say this, and I'm speaking to some of you today. You're saying, I am hearing His voice. I do want to do the work of the Lord. I do see what He has done to me. And I'm not saying it's by your works, but I'm saying His sheep are hearing His voice. His sheep will follow Him. And Jesus said this, just as the Father sent me, so I also send you. Follow Jesus. Look to God. Be forgiven, be baptized, and receive the Holy Spirit. Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. His call to us today is to tell all those around to follow God, as we in turn call them to make fishers of men and disciples of them. And Jesus said this. He said, be not only hearers of the word, but be doers. What is my point today? Like someone witnessed to me, like I'm sharing with you today, from time began, God has been a God of interaction, who spoke with man, who spoke through the prophets, who spoke to people all the way up to Jesus. And Jesus even today continued His word through His apostles, through His disciples, through the early church, all the way today, even to me, sharing the gospel with you. Imagine if Jesus didn't share. But He didn't. He shared why He came. He shared His love, and He shed the blood. And I'm here today to tell you, as you follow God in His grace, His mercy, and His power, and as you begin to live to other people, that alone will transform lives around you, transform our nation, transform this world. God bless you guys.